200 people he saved, 200 graves he dug, 200 photographs on his wall.
I pulled a little girl out of a burning building. 6 days later, she was dead. I saved a jonin from an assassin's blade. The following week, he died too.
Now a boy is drowning in the river. Itsuki stands on the bank, motionless, watching.
I could reach out and pull him up, but I won't. I can't make it worse. Every life I save ends the same. Within 7 days, they suffer a worse death. 200 faces on that wall. 200 names crossed out in red.
Villagers rush to the riverbank. They see the boy's body floating. They see Itsuki, dry and still. Their voices rise in fury. Monster, coward. He just watched him drown. Itsuki turned from the river. Behind him, the wall of photographs, silent and accusing. The village square fell silent as Nanami blocked Itsuki's path, her eyes hard with contempt.
You stood there and watched a child drown. I saw you. The whole village saw you.
She's right. I let him die, because saving him would have been a death sentence.
You are a shinobi of this village. We trusted you. And you just watched.
The crowd's murmurs grew into a roar of agreement. Every face was a verdict.
You used to be a hero, Itsuki. What happened to you?
What happened? I learned that every life I save ends in agony. I stopped being a hero to stop being a killer.
But he gave her no answer. No defense. Only silence.
Then, you are even worse than I thought. You are not just a coward. You are already dead inside.
Itsuki walked away, his shadow stretching toward the wall of photographs. 201 crosses now. Days later, Nanami led a squad into a ravine. Itsuki followed, a hidden shadow, his vow a cold stone. The ambush was sudden. Explosive tags and steel. A blade tore into Nanami's side, and she fell, blood spreading beneath her.
Number, not her, anyone but the one who called me dead inside.
Fall back. Protect the mission. Don't worry about me.
Itsuki's nails dug into his palms until they bled. He did not move.
7 days. Every time. If I touch her, she dies. If I don't, she dies now.
His heart hammered a countdown. 7, 6, 5.
200 faces on that wall. Can I add hers?
4, 3, 2. His body moved before his mind could stop it. At 1, his hand shot forward. Green light erupted from his palm, breaking every promise he had made. The green light sealed her wound, but not his dread. He lifted her, slipping through the trees before the enemy regrouped.
7 days. That clock starts now. What have I done?
He brought her to his home, a sparse room with a single futon. The wall of photographs loomed over them, every face crossed out in red.
Where am I? And what is that wall? Those faces.
Itsuki didn't answer. He walked to the wall and carved a new mark. Day 1. Then he sat by the door, watching, waiting.
I can't let anyone near her. Not even the medics. Not until I know.
Why won't you let anyone in? I am fine. I can stand.
Day 2. The rhythm of death has never broken. I won't let it get her, but I don't know how to stop it.
Itsuki, look at me. What are you so afraid of? Tell me the truth.
Itsuki pulled away and retreated to his room, where the wall stared back. Only the new tally mark was empty, a countdown to a death he couldn't prove or prevent. A beam splintered and fell. Itsuki yanked her back, his arm a bar across her chest.
That was no accident. Not in a sealed room.
Day 4. He tested her meal and spat out the first bite. Bitter, wrong, poison.
What's happening? Why is someone trying to kill me?
Itsuki didn't answer. He was staring at the wall. at the red crosses.
All 200 died on the 6th day. Every single one. Not fate, schedule. This isn't a curse. It's a blade. Someone has been hunting my saves for years.
Then who? And why are you only telling me this now?
The answers are in my clan's old records. I need to go back to the archive.
He left Nanami alone with a knife and a dozen hidden tripwires. Then he crept toward the old clan archive. The old archive smelled of dust and forgotten secrets. Itsuki lit a candle and began pulling scrolls from the rotted shelves.
Somewhere in these records is the truth. My clan must have known about this. Cost.
Then his hands found it. A scroll sealed with a symbol he had only seen once on his father's old tanto. The scroll read, "The life gift Kekkei Genkai. He who pulls another from the river of death shall tip the scale. A death must follow in equal measure."
So it is real. Every soul I saved, every death that followed. It wasn't a curse. It was a law.
But as he unrolled further, the scroll ended in a jagged tear. A section describing a balance keeper was missing.
Balance keeper. The deaths weren't random. Someone was enforcing this law.
He ripped through every shelf, every scroll. The missing text was gone, burned, stolen, or hidden before he was born.
Day 5 is breaking. I am running out of time. But this isn't the full answer.
He rolled the torn scroll and tucked it into his jacket. Whatever the truth was, he would dig it up or die trying. Back in the room, he spread the clan records across the floor. Nanami slept behind a curtain of wires and traps.
The torn scroll spoke of a balance keeper, but in the old clan wars there were whispers of a shadow counterpart, an opposite skill. Every victim, the little girl, the jonin, all 200 killed by a thin blade wound, almost ceremonial.
He had dismissed it as coincidence. Now it felt like a signature, the mark of a killer who had been stalking him for 11 years.
The inverse bloodline. If my gift pulls from death, the counterpart must enforce the other side. He is the scale.
Day 6 arrived with a cold rain. Itsuki set a perimeter. Every shadow a suspect, every breeze a threat.
Tonight. He always strikes on the 6th night. This time, I'll be waiting.
A flicker of movement near the fence. A silhouette slipped through the downpour, a blade glinting in the wet dark.
There. The blade is thin, curved, just like the wounds. That's him.
The hunter had come, and for the first time in 11 years, Itsuki was ready to face the monster behind his curse. Itsuki dropped from the roof, chasing the silhouette through the rain. The figure slipped between alleys like a ghost. He lost him at the river's edge, but on the muddy bank lay a tanto, thin, curved, and marked with a crest he knew.
This crest. It's my clan's. The same symbol I saw on Father's old blade.
Clutching the tanto, he ran to the elder's house and kicked the door open, his voice raw.
"Put that away, please, Itsuki. I'll tell you everything. Your brother, Kaito, he was told your saving would unbalance the world. The clan gave him the opposite power."
The elder had told a young Kaito that Itsuki would bring calamity, and Kaito believed him.
He's been killing them for 11 years?
He believes he is mercy.
200 graves. All by his hand. My brother is the monster.
The pattern crystallized. Day 6, always at dusk. The quiet kill, the thin blade. Kaito had been a shadow his entire life. He burst through the door. The futon was empty. The tripwires hung snapped. Nanami was gone. On the torn futon, a scrap of paper. Itsuki's hands trembled as he unfolded it. "Meet me where it began, tonight, K."
The riverbank, where I watched the boy drown. He wants me to finish what I started.
He slid the tanto into his belt. Kaito's weapon. "Tonight, it would end. He was already running, the rain like needles on his skin.
I can't let him take her. Not after all this. I won't lose another.
The river was a black ribbon in the storm. The bank was deserted, except for one dark figure. A silhouette stood at the water's edge, blade in hand. His brother, the hunter, Kaito. The rain had stopped. Itsuki's footsteps were slow as he approached. Nanami was on her knees, Kaito's blade resting on her shoulder.
Every life you save, the world tips. I had to restore balance. She is the 200th. It ends tonight.
You murdered innocent people. That's not balance, it's madness. It's madness.
Then kill me. Only your blood can stop our bloodline.
Itsuki's hands shook on the tanto. Faces from the wall, the little girl, the jonin, flashed before his eyes.
He's still my brother. I can't. I won't kill you. But I won't let you hurt her.
Then you've doomed her. The 7th day will take her, even if I don't.
Itsuki stepped forward, placing himself between the blade and the woman he had saved. The choice remained, unresolved. Kaito's blade flashed, forcing the choice. Itsuki met it with a parry, steel against steel, brother against brother.
You were always the gentle one. It makes you weak.
The battle was vicious and quick. Itsuki disarmed Kaito and drove the tento into his shoulder, not his heart. Kaito fell back, bleeding, but alive.
Why won't you kill me? It's the only way to save her.
Because you shouldn't be here, Kaito. I saved you too. 12 years ago, when you fell off the cliff into the river. You drowned that day. I pulled you out.
A flashback pierced the rain. A young Itsuki dragging a lifeless boy from the water, his hands glowing with that same green light.
You were my first save. You've been living on borrowed time for 11 years. Every kill you made, you were already dead once yourself.
I was saved by him. Then all this. Every death. Was it meaningless?
The tanto clattered to the ground. Kaito slumped, his body trembling. The 7th dawn was breaking over the river.
You are still my brother, and I am still the one who saves people. Even you.
Itsuki pulled aside his collar, revealing a lattice of scars across his chest. Each one a life saved, a death absorbed.
My power doesn't disrupt balance. It draws the death into me. Every save leaves a mark. I've been dying slowly for 11 years.
Number that can't be. The elder said you would bring calamity. I believed him.
You were a child. Kaito, he used you.
Kaito's body shook. The truth demolished the foundation of every murder he had committed.
All those people, innocent. Every kill was for nothing. I became a monster for a lie.
Nanami, having cut her bonds during the fight, approached slowly. Her voice was uncertain.
Itsuki.
He glanced at her. For the first time in days, his eyes held not dread, but something like relief. The 7th dawn broke fully over the river, but the wreckage of 11 years remained unresolved.
Kill me. It's the only justice.
Number, you are going to help me save people, and you are going to protect them from now on.
How can I, after what I've done?
Itsuki grabbed his brother's arm and pulled him to his feet.
Because I know you. You are not a monster. You were a child who believed a lie. Now you can make it right.
Make it right. Can I even face them?
The village needs to know the truth. About both of you.
No more secrets. They'll see the scars. They'll see him. They'll decide.
Kaito's hand, still trembling, reached out and grasped Itsuki's forearm. A warrior's oath, a brother's pledge. The path ahead held no certainty, but for the first time, they would walk it together toward judgment and perhaps redemption. They walked into the village square, Kaito's wounded shoulder wrapped, Itsuki's scars visible beneath his torn shirt.
This man is my brother, Kaito. He killed the people I saved.
Gasps and murmurs rippled through the crowd. Shock, disbelief, and a creeping suspicion.
I was told I was saving the world. I believed it.
I lied to him. I told him Itsuki would destroy the world. Forgive me.
My power takes the death into myself. These scars are my burden, not yours.
A villager stepped forward, her voice hesitant. So, you were never a coward. You were carrying all this alone?
He was protecting us from a monster he couldn't see.
Kaito was bound and led away, not as a monster, but as a broken tool. Itsuki stood in the square, no longer the coward, but a man who had finally let the truth be seen. Alone at last, Itsuki slid open the door to his room. The wall of photographs loomed, every face still crossed in red. He stood before it, letting the silence press in. 200 names, 200 deaths. His hand rose, and with a trembling thumb, he rubbed away the first red cross, then the next, and the next. One by one, he freed them. The red marks fell away like shackles, leaving the faces clean and remembered. When the wall was clear, he pinned one new photograph at the center. Nanami, alive and smiling.
I am sorry, and thank you. I couldn't save them, but I can carry them with me. No more guilt. Only purpose. Only purpose.
He pressed his hand to his chest, feeling the scars beneath his shirt. Each one a life, each one a promise. When he left the room, the wall was no longer a monument to failure. It was a testament to his resolve. The riverbank was unchanged. Same stones, same curve. But the sky was clear, and Itsuki stood beside Nanami without the shield of rain.
There's a child caught in the current. Are you ready to save again?
No more fear. No more hiding. This is who I am.
He didn't answer with words. He simply dove into the cold water, arms cutting through the current with desperate strength. The child's head vanished beneath the surface. Itsuki reached him, and green light erupted from his palm, defying the darkness. He hauled the small body to the bank, pressing his glowing hand to a tiny chest. The light pulsed, a heartbeat of its own, a cough, a gasp. The boy's eyes flew open, and he wailed, a raw, beautiful sound that shattered the silence.
7 days, but this time we'll be ready.
She knelt beside him, her hand covering his scarred palm. No words were needed. The river flowed on, indifferent, but Itsuki no longer stood frozen on its bank. The village council's decision was swift. Kaito would be released into Itsuki's custody, bound by watchful eyes and a second chance. Kaito stood beside Itsuki, his wounded shoulder still bound, his eyes haunted but steady.
I'll guard them. I won't let anyone take them. Not while I still breathe.
Then we both pay the price together. I save them. You protect them. No more death.
They clasped forearms, the same gesture that once sealed an oath of vengeance, now bound them in atonement.
I can never undo what I've done, but I can stand between the dark and those he saves.
My brother is back. Not the monster, but the boy who once believed in saving the world.
They turned together to face the village. Two shadows that had become each other's light. The 7-day clock ticked on, but for the first time, it didn't feel like a countdown to grief. It felt like the first real sunrise in 11 years. 8 days later, the boy Itsuki pulled from the river, chased fireflies in the village square, laughing. Itsuki watched from his doorway, then turned to the wall of photographs. The faces no longer accused. He pinned a new photograph among them, the boy drenched and alive, eyes bright, no red cross, no curse.
You did it. He's alive, and no one came for him.
We did it. You, me, Kaito. It took all of us to break the chain.
She approached and touched the photo of the little girl, the first he had ever saved, the first Kaito had taken.
I can't bring them back, but I can make sure their deaths weren't meaningless. Every save from now on will be for them. Every life I protect will honor their memory.
The wall stood behind them. No longer a gallery of guilt, but a vow. 200 faces. 200 reasons to keep saving. The curse was a lie. The truth was harder, but it was his. And he was finally ready to carry it. Sunset painted the village in amber. Itsuki and Nanami sat on the hill, the silence between them no longer heavy.
Thank you. Not just for saving me, for trusting me.
I didn't trust anyone for a long time. Not even myself.
She leaned her head on his shoulder. The weight was light, the gesture a promise.
You are not alone anymore.
She's right. The wall is proof of the past, but she is proof of something new. Maybe I never was alone. I was just too blind to see it.
He looked at the village, then at her, and something in his chest, long frozen, began to thaw. The scars were still there, but they no longer felt like chains. They were a map of every life he had touched. As the last light faded, he took her hand, and for the first time, the future didn't feel like a countdown. Across the village, Kaito knelt in the training yard, showing the children how to block with wooden swords. The boy Itsuki had saved laughed as he tried the stance, his wooden sword wobbling. Kaito steadied it with a gentle hand.
Keep your feet wide. Balance is everything. In a fight and in life.
Itsuki stood in the shadow of the dojo's doorway, watching. His brother's movements were careful, controlled, nothing like the killer he had faced. Kaito sensed him and paused. Their eyes met across the yard. No words passed.
He's watching over me, even now.
You've found your way back. That's all that matters.
Kaito gave the faintest nod, an apology accepted, a bond reforged. Itsuki returned the nod and slipped away, leaving his brother to his new purpose. The children laughed, and Kaito smiled. A real smile, the first in 11 years. Itsuki stood before the wall of photographs, a basket of small white flowers at his feet. One by one, he placed a flower beneath each photograph, 200 small white blossoms. He paused at the photograph of the little girl, the first he had ever saved.
You were not a mistake. You were a light.
He moved to the jonin who had died the following week and placed a flower with a steady hand.
Thank you for trusting me.
When every photograph had a flower, he stepped back, letting the wall fill his vision.
200 names, 200 lives. I'll carry you with me.
He turned and walked toward the door, leaving the wall in bloom behind him. The ghosts of the past finally laid to rest. Itsuki walked through the village, Nanami falling into step beside him. Kaito joined them at the gate, his wooden sword slung over his back. Behind them, the wall of photographs caught the morning light, every face now framed in white flowers.
Let's go. There are people who need us.
He touched the tanto at his belt. No longer a weapon of vengeance, but a tool for healing. They stepped out of the village gate into a world waiting to be helped. The wall of photographs remained behind them, a silent testament to every life that had led to this moment. Its wounds had become his strength, his scars, a map forward. The image of the wall held for a moment, the white flowers bright against the wood. Then the light enveloped everything, and the future was no longer a countdown. It was a promise.